Public broadcasting is one of the most important rights you can have in a democracy. It allows people to have a voice that wouldn't normally have a voice. We cover stories that no other media covers.
We are across the country to serve those people who might fall out of the mainstream media from the bigger centers. And if we keep cutting, we keep taking away and reducing what we can do, we're just going to get sound bites or like a headline as opposed to the real story.
If the cuts continue, there will be fewer people telling those stories, and the audience won't be able to hear what they used to hear, which is good quality Canadian programming.
Other media organizations in our community, for the most part, are cutting back. So there's less information out there, not just from us, but from other media organizations. No one's really doing those in-depth stories that need to be done, and our communities are less rich and less well-informed for that.
There's no other national broadcaster that's based in the Yukon or in the North even. So we're the only place that gives people, that reflects the community back to each other. I feel like in many ways I think of CBC Yukon more as a community TV station or community radio station than perhaps some of the bigger operations.
We are there to deliver on our mandate under the Broadcasting Act, and that even though we don't turn a profit in the North, we're there because it matters to our audience.
I came to New Brunswick when I was 6. I had to learn English. I had to understand how the other cultural part of Canada lived, and CBC helped me to do that. So I think that's, you know, it is exactly that.
Especially in the British Columbia region, where a lot of my places that I visit, there are huge mountain ranges that a lot of people can't even get satellite reception. So the only thing they can rely on is CBC Rail. Not that they're a captive audience, but they really appreciate it. And we actually hear from those people more when the transmission is not effective or is not working. And they make a point of coming out and saying how much they love the CBC, how vital it is.
We do stories in the public interest. We work for you. So our mandate is very simple. It's to serve Canadians. We are not there to sell advertising. We're not there to influence people. We're independent. And so in an investigative unit, every story has to be what's in the public interest. And sometimes you have to work really hard and dig really deep and find out that things are happening that shouldn't be. Because of the CBC, you know, there have been inquiries, legislation has changed.
You have a mandate with the CBC that is specifically focused on telling Canadian stories in a way that no other broadcaster or outlet has. So the people that work at the CBC, the people on the ground across the country, know that mandate, believe in that mandate, and know that it is their job to reflect Canada.